Does God speak? If he does speak, why doesn't he speak to me? So I was reading this story that came out in Time magazine, 23rd of August, 2007. They called it the Mother Teresa Crisis of Faith. And you know, when I read this story, I got the shivers, because here was a person who was regarded and is regarded as a saintly figure the world over, probably the greatest saint of our century. And in letters she recorded feeling a certain darkness, that God had cut her off, that he had no relationship with her. In fact, she went as so far as to describe it as hell. When I read this story, I thought back to 2004, where I myself, and I can tell you, I'm no Mother Teresa, but I remember sitting there thinking to myself, does God speak? If he does speak, why doesn't he speak to me? And I remember right at that point thinking to myself, I would like to have a relationship with God. But then I realized that I had to be able to feel comfortable in my heart of hearts that I was genuinely a good person. And I don't mean, a good person like, every once in a while when I see that homeless cat in the street, I try to toss him some change. You know what I'm saying? I ain't smacked nobody up lately. I don't mean like that. I mean like where I can be living a life. It is, for the most part, blameless. To look after the sick, to look after my parents, to look after my nieces and nephews, talk to people in a beautiful way, treat all of mankind, regardless of who they are, what their beliefs are, treat them all like family members, I wanted to be an example of that. So that I thought to myself, I've got to begin to adopt something like that. That was the day that I discovered the Quran. But I'm probably getting ahead of myself, because just a few weeks before that, I had this dream. And in this dream, I walked down into a basement and looked into a cardboard box. And in this box, at the very bottom, I pulled out a book. And the book said, the Holy Quran. Right at that moment, a voice announced, God is coming. So this is what I want to introduce everyone to. This is the conversation that I think we should start right now. These are the signs of the living God. I think this is what we're all looking for. This is what I was looking for. This is what Mother Teresa was looking for. Signs of the living God. What are you looking for?